A workshop was held for the East African Working Group EAWG of the Global Counterterrorism Forum GCTF under the chairmanship of Kuwait, led by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Kenya on combating radicalism and violent extremism.
The event focused on de-radicalization, rehabilitation and reintegration of persons associated with terrorist groups regionally and international, especially in countries affected by terrorist attacks. More in the following report with Mariam Ladwehi.
Assistant Foreign Minister for Development and International Cooperation, Ambassador Hamad Al-Mash'an, affirmed the effective efforts of the State of Kuwait in combating radicalism and violent extremism. Ambassador Al-Mash'an also stated on the sidelines of the workshop for the East Africa Working Group EAWG, driven from the Global Counterterrorism Forum GCTF under a joint chairmanship of Kuwait and Kenya as part of their membership in the forum, which they joined in September 2023. The ambassador said that the state of Kuwait had made protective efforts, coupled with bilateral cooperation with friendly countries, to resolve the crisis of the issue of foreign terrorist fighters, and follow up on it in the provisions of this meeting later.
Well, the focus of the workshop over here is on identifying good practices on bringing people who have been affected by terrorism to a de-radicalized state. So the focus is very much on identifying ways through which they could be de-radicalized, rehabilitated, and reintegrated back into their communities. This is a situation that we face in many countries in the Eastern African region. People who have been radicalized, who have been recruited into terrorist groups, and who have defected. And so many member states of the United Nations face this challenge on repatriation, reintegration into their communities. There are certain good practices out there, and the UN Office of Counterterrorism runs a program that helps countries on understanding those good practices and implementing them. So we really look forward to our role in supporting member states of the Eastern African region in this regard.
The government of the state of Kuwait is fully prepared to cooperate with the allies sponsoring counter-terrorism operations and provide all the necessary needs to confirm its commitment to unifying all efforts to achieve the desired goals and the specific instruments and others of the forum within a realistic time frame. The workshop focuses on disengagement, de-radicalization, rehabilitation and reintegration of persons associated with terrorist groups. The workshop brought together members of the East African Community, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, representatives of the UN Global Counterterrorism Coordination Compact, civil society organizations, other member states of the Global Counterterrorism Forum, and inspiring institutions. I'm Mariam Ladwehi for the News Department.